Let's get straight to it then. And we found a Circle, which is an early stage investment platform. They've recently raised about $10 million for its Gift City fund, which has attracted over 250 plus investors. Gaurav Singhvi is the co-founder of We Found a Circle and now joins us on the show. Gaurav, good to have you on board. Thanks much for taking time out. Let's get in a sense as to what exactly are the details of this fundraise.
So basically, this is a first ever Gift City Angel Fund, which we have started and launched. It is 30 million plus 30 million, which is basically put together almost about 500 crore, 250 plus 250 crores. And this is we have just recently completed our 10 million dollar round. Which is basically we have invested in 6 companies from this fund, and said fortunately it's a first Gift City fund because the Gift City, the entire regulations have come in the last year only, and we were the first one to start this fund in Gift City, and we have invested in totally 6 companies up till now.
So I understand that the WFC Global Angels Fund, which is associated with this initiative, is looking at a target range of about $50,000 to $1.5 million per funding round. Is that what you're looking at?
Yes. So, this fund allows to put to the maximum of 1.5 million in the entities. That's what the mandate of this fund is. And, the lowest money which we can put is about $50,000. And in this fund, the unique ability is that the investors from across world can come and they can invest in Indian startup, or Indian founders, or Indian investors can invest in outside of India territory. And then third thing, somebody from Singapore wanted to invest in, Israel, or somebody wanted to invest from Australia to America, or any geography, any cross geography, that's also possible. So fortunately, this fund allows all the 3 things: India to outside of India to India, and from cross geographies. So that's what this fund has a flexibility.
So which startups is it that you've invested in so far, and which are the sectors that you're looking at, which is promising?
So fortunately, we have invested in all of the deep tech. This fund allows us to invest in certain startups which are primarily into deep tech. The first startup which we have invested was Pixel. It is into space resources. It's a quietly, deep tech startup which is taking care of the space resources and other things. Then we have a trading platform, which is basically a gaming platform, which is Trading League. Which is another startup where we have invested. And then the third startup which we have invested is a Astra Lab, which is basically an AI tech, which is also a new field and it's a deep tech. Ziva is the ZIVY is another startup which is there, and it's a fourth startup where we have invested. And it's a high tech AI integration. So that's what is the fourth startup where we have invested in aerospace. Basically, this is into aerospace. So all the 6 startups are quite cutting edge technology startups and the deep tech startups. Fortunately, we are now reviewing another 8 startups, and in next almost about 5 to 6 months, we will be investing in another 8 companies.
So when will the deals be finalized by Gift City?
No. So basically, we have it's on us to decide the deals, and we select the deals, we curate the deals, and up till now we have invested in 6, and rather another 8 are in process. And practically speaking, for 4 or 5, the term sheet is being signed and other things are signed. So practically, the money movement and the Gift City fund utilization will happen in next 5 months. In next 5 months, we will do another 8 deals from the Gift City fund. So it is very good because our experience has been wonderful. There is an advantage and disadvantage for being the first fund. Advantage is that now you have got a new vehicle of Gift City, which was not there. The similar kind of instrument were available in Mauritius, in DIFC, in Cayman Islands, or any elsewhere, but it was not there in India. That's an advantage. But disadvantage is that people are not aware of it. When we are talking to global investors, They are not aware about this. IFSC has issued this new Gift City Fund, and which is available, and the kind of movement is very easy. There is no hustle, and then it's a tax bypass is given. Pass by is given. That kind of a thing. So I think quite excited about this. Fortunately, in last 1 year. 1 year before we have got a license, almost about 9 or 10 months before we have got the license, 65 new funds have come in this domain. So that talks about the advantageous situation of this Gift City. I think in times to come, Gift City is going to be a very important, geography where most of the funds, those who wanted to tap the global capital, will be there.
So with this, what is the total corpus fundraise and how many investors do you plan to onboard by the end of next year?
So right now we have 250 LPs on the fund where they have invested in 6 deals. Now this year, 2024, for the calendar year, we have a target of onboarding another 600 global LPs. That's what we wanted to do. And the fund size, as I told you, that it's a 30 million plus 30 million. In Indian rupee terms, it's almost about 250 crore plus 250 crore, so 500 crore fund. So that's the thing. And the first milestone, which is of a $10 million, we could complete.
So you do have IFSCA, which has restricted the overall investment limit to about $1.5 million per funding round with no minimum limit. Has this impacted your funding?
Yeah. So the fortunate part is, we were continuously in this entire permission when we got from the Gift City, we were continuously working with the regulatory body, and we have always given our, suggestions to regulatory body that what should be done, what are the suggestions, and still as on today, we have almost about given 14 suggestions. And fortunately, Gift City, the IFSC, authorities are quite, proactive. They are listening patiently. They are giving the solutions of the things. And certainly we have told them that $1.5 million is a very less limit considering the global size of it. There has to be a larger size. At least $5 million should be allowed by a fund to be investing in a startup, because globally the startups are quite large startups, and they do a large fundraise, and they are looking forward for that. Minimum amount which comes from a fund is anything between 3 million to 5 million. So I think they've started with it. Certainly in times to come, they will come to that limit of 3 to 5 million. Right now, the limit is 1.5 million. We have represented it. But to start with, it is good beginning.